Hello everyone. So hopefully this is my first of many videos that I'll make in my journey of trying to restore this Smith Wesson 1917. And let's go ahead and get started. I'll start with a little history on it first. This gun was actually my great-great-grandfather's. From what I've been told, he was issued this. I think he was the air warden, air city captain. I don't know. He was in charge of getting everyone where they need to go in case there was a air raid in New Orleans. So he was issued this, and that's the story on the where this originally came from. This particular firearm was actually flooded in Hurricane Katrina. Gosh, it's been, I guess it's been over 15 years now, but it sat in my great uncle's barn for a couple years before it was handed down to me. And at that point, as you can imagine, it was in pretty rough shape. And years ago, I worked on this. None of the action or anything, the cylinder, nothing was really working on this. So I did what I could with WD-40, and I eventually was able to kick this barrel out. And surprisingly enough, the ejector still works. The only thing, I got all these screws apart, and it was a task to do that. But the first thing I noticed was this main spring was completely corroded and gone. So one of the first few things I did was I actually ordered a aftermarket spring here, because obviously this isn't going to work without that. So that's one of the first few things I did after I got all the mechanical parts working. It's been about 3 years now, but 3 years ago, my father-in-law helped me out. We sandblasted it, got off any of the original bluing that was left, and let me tell you right now, there wasn't barely anything left on it. We got all that off, and I was able to see a little better kind of what I was working with. As you can tell, there's an extensive amount of pitting that was on this revolver. And after we blasted it, I did start sanding it down. You probably already tell that getting a little more shiny at reflector here. But I did start sanding it, but it's been a couple years, so I figured maybe I'll pick this up again, start working on it, share it with you folks on YouTube, and my journey on trying to get this thing sanded down and making my first attempt at doing some slow rust bluing on this, and see where that goes with it. So yeah, let me go ahead and take it apart and we'll take a look at it. Okay, I think I just got about everything taken apart here. The only issue I'm having, and I remember this from a while ago, is I'm having a lot of trouble getting this screw out right here. So I think I'm gonna work on that one a little more later. But yeah, the inside's not too bad. Let me see if I can focus here for y'all. It's gonna need a little work done to it. As I said, I sanded this a couple years ago, but it's good for me to kind of see where I ended things last time I worked on it here. I definitely tried, and I'm going to continue to try to sand around the any of the lettering here. So United States property there, and there's a portion right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. This wasn't sanded. This is just a lot of bad pitting going on here, so the barrel's going to need a lot of TLC. Yeah, the bore is not too great in there, but it's kind of all I have to work with here. The grip's down here on the bottom. There we go. A lot of pitting going on here. I'm going to sand these down, but these are covered by the handguard, but I'll do what I can with it, but I don't want to take off too much metal with it down there. The wording on the bottom is mostly intact. see if I can focus here for y'all. Well, anyway, the wording on the bottom is still intact. I think it says U.S. Army Model 1917. So overall, not too bad considering. I wish I could show y'all a picture. Considering how it looked when I first got it, I don't think it's completely lost any hope with it. The cylinder, I did a lot of sanding on this cylinder, so I'm not surprised it doesn't look too bad. There still is, there's still a lot of pitting going on here. I know there was a real bad spot, I remember, right around here, but for the most part this was lightly pitted, and I sanded it down as good as I could, I think a couple of years ago, but I can do a little more work on it. The chambers aren't too bad. I don't know much I can do with the inside of those, but again, they don't look too bad in there. And the side plate took a good beating, I think, but I don't think it's. I mean, I think I can get rid of at least 70% of this. I can't get rid of all pitting, I know that, but I'm going to continue to work on this and try and get, like I said, I don't want to shave off too much, but I'm going to try and get rid of a lot of this light pitting on this side piece. The hammer, not too bad. There's some pitting going on right around there. But yeah, I think I'll be able to sand this down, make the hammer look a lot better here. I did not attempt to take out the firing pin. I saw a couple of videos where guys had trouble with it. I mean, I'll try, but I guess it's not imperative. This is at least one of the grips. It's not too bad for having sat in flooded water for a couple of days and then sitting in a garage, or a barn rather, without any protection or anything. I think it's salvageable. I'm gonna try and redo it, or I might even just keep it like this just to give it some character of what it went through. But I'll make that decision once I get to it. The only thing I am missing is the screw that holds the grip onto the gun. That kind of, for some reason, that corroded away, and I don't know if I tried looking for one a couple years ago. I can't remember, but I'll try and look on eBay and see if they might have one on there. If not, I'm sure it's something maybe I can get at a hardware store or something, but I'll cross that bridge when we get there. Like the hammer, the trigger's not too bad. It's actually pretty good from what I remember. Actually, I can see a lot of pitting on it. So some of these other pieces, they're not too bad. I think I must have sanded these down more than I remember. But yeah, I'm gonna resand all this. And then again, the main spring was aftermarket because the original one kind of corroded away. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good, fun project, I think. I neglected this for too many years, so I think it's time to bring it back out and see what I can do with it. Again, my plan is to sand this down a good amount of times, trying to get rid of as much pitting as I can. Leaving a little bit might give it a little more character, and I don't want to get rid of too much metal. But yeah, that's my plan. Sand it down, and then I've never done slow rust bluing, so that's going to be further on down the road. From what I read, it's not too hard as long as you follow the instructions. Pretty much spot on. It's not too hard to do, and degreasing is one of your main things you're gonna want to do when you're doing that. But I hope to do a couple of videos in the process of me working on this. I have 2 other firearms that were flooded in Katrina. an LC Smith double barrel and a nylon 66. The nylon 66 actually does fire. I tested that about a year ago and it fires. But obviously the stock survived. It's plastic, so that was good. But the barrel and the receiver took a beating. So I've already sanded most of that down. That's another project I need to blue on. So if y'all are interested in seeing a video on the LC Smith or nylon 66, then please let me know in the comments. I don't mind doing a video on those as well. If a lot of y'all are interested in this 1917, I'll try and work on it a little more often than I plan on, if there's a lot of interest to it. So please let me know in the comments if you're wanting to see more videos on my progress on this. Like I said, this is a family heirloom, so I don't mind spending the money on it to get it fixed up, and I figured if I do it myself, I'm going to be saving some money. So yeah, if you like seeing this and you want to see some additional parts to this later on, then subscribe. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you have any suggestions or anything, just leave those in the comments, and hopefully I can make a part 2 here for y'all pretty soon. Thanks.